do you want me to do? I mean, I have all the free time in the world, so I might as well watch the rest of the show. I love it so far, so I cannot complain. Make the rain Holy moly, macaroni, that was awesome. So he goes on the date with that girl who is still who I think I mentioned. It's the newbie, and that's what we're gonna call it, newbie. And she is very nervous. She's very shy, as I think I said. And so our main character here, he's going there as a rental, or he's buying her as a rental to get her used to everything. And so, everything goes smoothly. They go bowling and stuff. She doesn't know how to bowl. It's a whole thing. And then these guys, our main character here, he goes to get a water for them. And when he gets back, there's these guys who are hitting on her, let's see what's up that skirt. That's illegal for one. And he's like, hey, get out of here. Come on, we're going. And she's like, okay. And they leave her alone. And they're saying something what are you doing with that kind of a girl, you cupcake? He ain't a cupcake. He don't got no frosting. And so it came up today. And you know who finally comes back? She's been missing since episode 5. But we got the X. We got the X. And so she is like, hello. She sits at the table that they were sitting at because they were grabbing food. And she's sitting at that table. And when he gets back, he's like, oh, hello. And then, this is where it gets juicy. She's like, oh, so who's this girl that you're with? And then he's like, it's, and he's thinking in his mind, do I say it's a friend? Do I say, I can't say it's on a date because then she'll think I'm cheating on freaking the rental. And then she grabs her, not the ex, but the newbie grabs his arm, hugs him. And he's like, the wrong move. And then she's like, gotcha. And then she leaves. And she looked, and she's like, and then it cuts to her in the bedroom. She's typing out the name of the person she saw and trying to figure out who she is. And then she finds out about their rental website. And so their date ends. They go home. She's finally getting comfortable. She's finally breaching out again, like they were trying to. And, the rental girlfriend's very proud of him. But she's also thinking of quitting the rental business because her business in acting is seeming to go good. And that's a whole problem in itself. And so she's like, I'm going to have to leave. She tells our main character that she's planning on quitting. And he's like, oh no, because he loves her. He likes her, so it's kind of crushing to him because, but as his girlfriend said, it would have to end sooner or later anyway, so talk about the main character's girlfriend, the blue ribbon. And that's the whole thing. And then it ends with, the rental going on a date with someone. And it turns out to be the ex, Mommy. And holy crap, dude. I love this show. I went into it actually kind of not. I was trying to find a different anime on the list that it gave me to watch, but there's only 2 on there. I'm like, well, I'm sure you're coming back around with a new list here soon, but for the meantime, I need some animes to watch. So I said, you know what? Why not? And holy crap, it's worth it so far. Where do I begin? So, I honestly do not remember too much what happens. I feel like my brain just got washed and all the memories are gone. All I remember, she has an acting career she wants to pursue. And then she goes into a bit more backstory about that later on. But at this time, she has a play going on. And, he attends it because, well, he wants to. And she had an outstanding performance, even made people laugh and cry. And she was doing it so she could get a big role in a show and stuff. And, she's been working her whole life towards this and really wanted it, but didn't get it because the director, not the director, but the person who is watching it all had favorites and took the other person's side for it, and so she didn't get it. And so after the show, our main character goes after the rental and goes on a whole rampage about like how she was amazing during it because she was feeling down and bummed because she had a note that said leave with no regrets, and she was really happy at first, only to be crushed by not getting the role. So he doesn't know that, but he always is like talking her up and stuff, and you can really just feel the connection growing with him. Like, you can tell that she's still playing her act, but she still has, like, feelings coming through. Of course, that's how it's supposed to work. And, she calls him stupid and stuff. Says, you're shouting in public, stupid. And so he's like, oh, I'm sorry. And then I'm pretty sure he finds out about the true situation. And he says, well, you know what? If money's tight and you're doing this for me, I'll book you out every week. And so it's like, and she's like, how are you gonna get the money? Like, I'll get an extra job. I don't care. I want you to pursue your dream. And so guess what he does? He books her out for every week. And she's like, you idiot. That's what she said at the end of the episode. And then, they go on their first date of the week. And, it wasn't until she stood there at the end of it, waiting for about like a minute or two. And he said, it's 5 o'clock. I'm off the clock. Want to go somewhere. Meaning he didn't have to pay for it. Meaning like, holy moly, macaroni and cheese. Let's go. Woo, yeah, baby. That's what they're waiting for. That's what I'm talking about. Woo. It's like finally coming together. Holy crap, this show is amazing. Like, how did we go from talking about the podcast and the whole... oh my goodness. We went from this man, he's very horny, to this man is still very horny, but has a story. He has character. People rated this show, gave it a bad rating. And you know what? I feel like that's due to the acting. The acting could be way better. But over time, it actually did get better. Like, as new characters were introduced, it got better, and I think even the person I felt like didn't do the best job, which was actually the rentals actor, got better. Like, towards the end here, it sounded like a genuine character, not someone reading off a script. Sure, there's some parts that sound very ridiculous, but it's an English dub. It's not gonna be good. And like, why did I not watch sub? Because I can't do more subs, okay? I tried to just read the subtitles, but then I missed something important. After Engage Kiss, unless it's mandatory, I'm probably not going to watch subs. I mean, I like them. And, I actually have shows that are English dubs I can only watch in sub. But that's besides the point. And so after that, they go visit her grandmother in the hospital. And, the main character and the grandmother gets some alone time, and she's like, please, young man, do whatever you can to make her happy. He's like, someone as strong-willed as her, I don't think I can. Like, strong-willed? No, my friend, she's very needy. He's like, what, needy? Her? No. And then she goes into backstory, like, well, back when she was a kid, she'd had kids bullying her, and she went to me for it. And I always was by her side. You make me happy, she makes her grandma happy. Keep her, kid. Too bad it's a fake relationship. I'm rooting for them. It's like, this show It's like TQQ, but its concepts are way different. It's not about some tutor. It's not about girls who hate him. It's the opposite. It's a guy who's stupid and, just wanted to have love after getting broken up with, and he found it. Someone found it, and he doesn't really like. There's not really big connection between Shy Girl and him, and then he found his ex and started falling in love with her too. I'm not at the end of the show. I don't know what happens, and I probably won't for a while. I love this show. I love it. Like, it's top 3. We got this show. We got the quintessential quintuplets. We have Plastic Memories. Plastic Memories is awesome. That's a great show. Honestly, the amount of times that during the show I'm watching it and like something big happens and the characters start getting emotional, as I said, they started as like reading off a script. That's what it sounds like, which they are. But during the end, I actually felt emotional when they did. It's so awesome. It's like you get to grow with the characters. They go, apparently we're in season 2. Like, that's the whole thing. Episode 13 marked season 2, which is cool, I guess. But why would you keep it in season 1? It made me feel like there's more episodes than there actually were. If there were less episodes, I'd watch less. But I'm kind of engaged in this show, so I'm definitely going to be watching it. Sorry I don't have much to say. Don't really remember what happened too much. Oh, wait, she got locked out of her house. Yeah, I just remembered. She got locked out of her house, so she had to go to him. And, she, tried to see if, she can get to the balcony, because they live next to each other. So she tried to, go to the balcony, almost falls off, and he grabs her. Where's the microphone? I don't see that. I think I lost it. That's fine. But, welcome back to the podcast. No microphone edition. Today we got, he grabbed her butt. He's like, we're all just like grab like anywhere but there. It was funny. And then his ex Kate comes by, and his ex hates the rental because she's like, you faking everything makes me a wee bit angry. Ooh, no. Too bad that she actually loves her, and he told her. I don't think I mentioned that. He told her how he felt. Right there and then. It was awesome. And, she knows now. She doesn't care, though. They hide. The door was unlocked. She forgot to lock it. So she comes in, sees nobody, leaves, and then she noticed, while she was walking back, that the rental's bags are on the floor, and she was like, oh, no, you don't. I'm excited to see how the show ends.
マジでありえない。ああ、もう最悪。これでまた星1年。俺が悪い。
I don't know what it is with me reviewing animes that aren't finished, but here's another one. So, the episode 21 literally came out as I was watching episode 15. So, yeah, I got to watch a new episode when it came out. And oh my god, I love this show so much. So, it's her birthday, and they're gonna celebrate. So they go to a bar, and her friends surprise her by bringing the guys, which is, our main character, the black hair dude, which is my favorite character by far. We got the nerd, and we got a gay guy, because there's no way he's not gay. He's got earrings and a mohawk. That's gay. Now, I'm kidding, but yeah, he's not gay. He's pretty straight. Maybe he could be bi. Main character, doesn't want the rental to get drunk. And so they play this game where they have to scream something, and whoever overlaps has to drink. So she loses the first game. He's like, oh no, I gotta make sure she doesn't drink. and then he just purposely loses the rest of the game. So he is very drunk by the end, and she has to carry him home, or else he will die. I don't know what was said specifically, but she's fallen for him, okay? That's all you need to know. It's coming true. And in the final episode that I watched, it's really clear that it's all coming together. So, after that, she also, he wanted to give her a present. This was like in a later episode, actually. And so, he hit up our shy girl, who's finally got to see her again. And he was like, hey, I need some help. I want to find her a present. And so she was like, alright, I'll help you out. Well, give her this. Nah, it was a stuffed animal. Like, nah, it's too much. Or, no, that's too cutesy. What about this? That's not going to help. Well, what about this flamethrower? I don't want her burning down the city. And so that didn't happen. And then off camera, he realizes, what if I give her these healthy treats? Because she's an actor. So it would help with her stamina. So he leaves it on her porch, and she grabs it, and she eats it, and she's like, you're stupid in her mind, because she's fallen for him, okay? It's pretty obvious. And so on their next rented date, he was living out his fantasy of, I don't think I mentioned what happened in the rain. I'm not sure if that was episode 15. I'm starting to get tired. I've been watching this since practically the moment I woke up, so drowsiness is on the mind. I don't know. So again, I don't know if this is episode 15 or not. I could have already talked about this, and I'm sorry if I did. But the girlfriend, the actual one, not the rental, but the Blue Ribbon, I'm sorry. Blue Ribbon is like, hey, I should cook for you. And he's like, no. He's like, I'm doing it anyway. And so, they go get food, and she cooks for him. And then Category 5 typhoon comes by, and it's like, I can't leave. All the trains are down. What are you gonna do now, genius? He's like, fine, you can stay. And, she tries to learn to those temptations of his. And, he wants to fall into them. He's like at the end of the night, he's like, listen here, okay? I have some troubled mind going on. And if you make another move on me, I'm going to tell him I will highly regret. So if it's best for both of us, if you just go over there. I do love you. I think you're cute. You're not an annoyance to me. But I can't do this. Because, his heart's for the rental. That's why you don't break the law. See what it does to him, man? He's falling for the fake one. When I don't like Blue Ribbon, I think she's too clingy. And, the grandma likes the rental, and I like the rental. So it's basically a quintessential quintuplets thing where, like, you root for Miku, you root for Nuno, you root for Nino, or Hichika, Yotsuba. Night finishes, she leaves, and then she shouts really loud, thanks for the amazing night, I'll figure it forever. Which makes the rental hear it, because they live next door. And that's what leads to the birthday stuff, where he has to, like, get a gift to apologize for all of it. That just crossed my mind as I finished that sentence. Now they're on a date where he wants to get a picture of them. He wants to... She could be leaving her rental job any minute because her acting job's starting to, like, actually lift off now. She's like, alright, I need a picture first so I can at least remember her if she forgets me. And so... It fails the first time. Because, girls walked by and they were stopped by Quiet Girl and stuff. So that didn't really work out for him too much. And then they went on to, like, the old Ferris wheel, I guess is what it's called. It doesn't look like a normal Ferris wheel. I've seen Ferris wheels. I've been on a Ferris wheel when I was a baby. I don't remember much of it. I remember it went round. And there was a scary part at the very top. But other than that, nothing big really happened in that end. And so, They get closer to each other. And then he gets that picture. He gets the picture he wanted. Because they were taking a picture at the beginning. And he got it. So, happy ending. And then her mother, I don't think I mentioned that she does say that her mother and father died. And all that she has left is her grandma, who's also dying. So, uh-oh. Well, the grandma's in the hospital and she has to visit her because she needs to get tested. So during the birthday party that the main character's grandma threw together, she was like, "When is the young lady's birthday?" And he's like, "It already passed." Like, "It's been 2 years and I a combined birthday party." So they had a combined birthday party and it was going to be great until she couldn't come because her grandma was in the hospital getting tests done, and that was a whole problem. That flamethrower is looking really good right now. And so he tells the actual blue ribbon girlfriend, he's like, yeah, I'll be going to my grandma's tomorrow, so I won't be able to see you, but we'll be explaining Sunday. And she's like, I'll be fine with it as long as the rental's not coming. And he's like, of that. And then she hangs up. Next day, there she is waiting for him out the window, at the door. And so, she's trying to get closer to his grandma. And then the rental calls just in time before she spills the beans. And then she's about to spill the beans again, but then the rental's grandma's like, "Why are you here? Go to the party," because she told her about the party. And so she arrives just in time before the beans get spilled. She's about to get the checkmate, basically, because she's been nice to the family and trying to make them like her, because, you know, she's the actual one that actually loves her main character. And so when that fails, how it fails though, it's like the rental's like, "Hey, can I go to the family shrine and pray and stuff?" And they were like, "Holy moly." So yeah, checkmate. Also, she does mention that she's stupid, because, you know, she was calling him stupid for falling in love with a rental. She just said she is falling in love with the main character, and oh my god, I love the show.